Now we are going to discuss the next factor which affect the SN1 and SN2. Second factor, it is effect of leaving group. For SN1, in SN1 actually formation of carbocation is the RDS. Suppose this is the compound substrate. In SN1 formation of carbocation is the RDS. Finally nucleophile attack in second step. This step it is rate determining step. Nucleophile attack to this carbocation and gives the substituted product. It may attack front and back. If it is chiral, then it gives two structure, R and S configuration. Come to the next. In RDS step, leaving group, it leave the substrate, it leave from alkyl group and form carbocation as well as Lg negative or leaving group with lone pair. So better the leaving group, better the leaving tendency of leaving group, more will the rate of reaction towards SN1. So the leaving group, how the leaving group, this reaction affect the leaving tendency of leaving group. This reaction, because leaving group leave the alkyl, so rate of SN1 is directly proportional to the leaving tendency of leaving group. And the leaving tendency of leaving group is directly proportional to the stability of Lg negative, leaving group with lone pair, and leaving tendency of leaving group is directly proportional to the stability of Lg with lone pair. Stability of leaving group, either it is negatively charged or it is neutral, but more stable the leaving group after breaking of this bond, more will be the leaving tendency. More the leaving tendency, more will the rate of reaction towards SN1. See the illustration. So the alkyl part is constant for different compounds as such. Compare the leaving tendency of this, compare the rate of reaction towards SN1. These compounds are given A, B, C, D, I, Br, Cl, ABC. If the alkyl part is constant, 3 degree, it gives 3 degree carbocation. Carbocation it is same, but leaving groups are different. If you see that stability of this leaving group, here it is leaving group is I, here it is Br, here it is Cl. Stability of leaving group, or we can say more stable the leaving group, more will be the leaving tendency, or we can say that is leaving tendency of leaving group. That is I negative, it is better leaving group because it is more stable. Then Br negative, then Cl negative. This is the stability order, or this is the same order of leaving tendency. Are you getting or not? So if we see the rate of reaction towards SN1, that correct order, rate of SN1, maximum it is A, then B, then C. Second it is given, compare the rate of SN1, similar, these compounds are given, that is N2 is the leaving group, N2 is the leaving group, this is excellent leaving group, A, OH2, B, again formation of carbocation, that is carbocation, it forms the same carbocation, OCH3, if you see the leaving tendency of these three groups, the leaving tendency of leaving group, or we can say stability of leaving group, order of leaving tendency. When it leaves the substrate or alkyl part, it forms the N2. This is excellent leaving group. When it leaves the substrate and form the carbocation, this is the leaving group H2O, and here it is CH3OH. These are the leaving group. With lone pair, this is more stable. sp nitrogen, sp3 oxygen, sp3 oxygen, what here it is CH3, which is plus I. This is the stability order of, or we can say order of leaving tendency. When this is the leaving order of leaving tendency, in that case we compare the rate of reaction, order of rate of SN1, rate of SN1, maximum A, after that B, then C. better we should compare the leaving tendency of leaving group. So leaving tendency of leaving group is directly proportional to the stability of leaving group. After removal from substrate, more stable the leaving group, more with the rate of reaction. See, compare the leaving tendency. Compounds are given. Triflate, CF3, OTF. Mesylate, OMS. This is triflate. This is mesylate. Next, acetate. OAC. This part it is AC. O negative, OAC, that is acetate. We compare these three species. We can see that triflate it is more stable than that of mesylate. Then acetate reason is that it is equivalent type of RS. It forms 3 RS. But in case of this also it is from 3 RS. But here it is CF3 strong minus I, which stabilize this SO3 negative. That is why the leaving tendency of this it is more. Triflate it is more than mesylate than acetate, 2 equivalent type of RS only. So leaving tendency in ABC, maximum it is A, then B, then C. Again illustration number 4. Compare the leaving tendency, same problem, and the groups are given mesylate, that is tosylate, that is SO3 Me. This is called as tosylate, OTS. Suppose this is A. Another one it is brosylate. In place of Me here it is Br. This is called as brosylate, OBS, brosylate. In place of Br it is NO2. This is nosylate. If we see the stability again in tosylate, brosylate and nacylate, strong minus M and minus I group, this is the minus I dominates over plus M, it is plus H group. So stability order in case of these groups, maximum stability C, then after V, then A. So the leaving tendency, if we see the stability, stability order C greater than B than A. So we can say that order of leaving tendency similar, order of leaving tendency, that is also C greater than B than A. Number 5 again, when it is given HOH, H2O, another it is H2S. If we compare with sulfur, it is more stable than, so stability order it is B greater than A, and also similar order of leaving tendency also B greater than A. I, Br, Cl and F. A, B, C, D. You see the stability order. They belongs to different period. Greater the size, more stable, because dispersion of negative charge it is more dispersion, more stable. So if we see the stability order in this case again, maximum it is A, then B, then C, then D. This is bad leaving group, poor leaving group. Order of leaving tendency, similarly A, B, C, D. Compounds are given F negative, OH negative, NH2 negative, if we see that ABCD, in this case it is, they belongs to same period. In case of same period, more electronegative, more stable. Relatively if we see, though all are not the good living or moderate living, they are bad living groups. It is very bad living group, but relative living tendency depend on their stability. Stability of D it is more than C, then B, then A. Same D, C, B, A. This is the order of leaving tendency. OH negative, SH negative. This is more stable and more leaving tendency better than OH negative. Though both are bad leaving group. Come to the next. So in case of SN1, the group which can easily leave the substrate alkyl part has more rate of reaction towards SN1. If we see that next in SN1, good leaving group, note, good leaving group favors SN1. Come to the next for SN2. What exactly is the effect of SN2 over SN2? This leaving tendency, it also affects the rate of reaction towards SN2. For SN2, it also rate of SN2. If we see that SN2, this is the leaving group, nucleophile start the attack from back side and leaving group it remove via TS. It remove. This is the transition state. Again rate of SN2, it is one step reaction. SN2 it is one step reaction. Better the leaving group, more easy to leave the substrate by attacking nucleophile from backside. So rate of SN2 directly proportional to the leaving tendency of leaving group. See the problem in continuation. Compare the rate of reaction towards SN2. Here we have changes the leaving group. Problem number 9. Compare the rate of reaction, rate of SN2 towards rate of SN2, compare the rate of reaction towards SN2 or compare the rate of SN2. It is 4 compounds are given. One it is CS3I, another it is CS3Br, Next it is CH3Cl. Suppose the attacking nucleophile is same. I have taken OH negative in aqueous KOH. Same reaction it is done, A, B, C, D. A, B, C. Here it is, nucleophile also it is same. This is the nucleophile. Nucleophile attack from backside. This leaving group, it leaves the substrate. Other structures are same except the leaving group. In that case, better the leaving tendency, more will the rate of reaction. The leaving tendency phi, it is more than Br than Cl. And in all cases we are getting the same product, that is methanol. So rate of SN2 is directly proportional to the leaving tendency of leaving group. Rate of SN2 also directly proportional to the leaving tendency of leaving group. If we see that, if we compare the leaving tendency, the leaving tendency, order of leaving tendency, I is better leaving group than Br negative than Cl negative. So in ABC, maximum rate of reaction it is A, then B, then C. Order of SN2. Are you getting or not? So like this, it also depend on leaving tendency, this SN2. Come to the next, that is third point, that is dependency on nucleophile. Effect of nucleophile. What exactly effect is there in SN1 and SN2? By nucleophile means how the nucleophile affect the SN1 and SN2 reaction mechanism. There are 2 points in case of nucleophile. One it is quantity, another it is quality. One it is quantity, another it is quality. We see that quantity wise, for SN1, nucleophile do not affect, the concentration of nucleophile do not affect the SN1, rate of SN1. For SN1, let us see. Rate of SN1 is independent the concentration of nucleophile, because nucleophile do not participate in RDS step. Formation of carbocation is the RDS, in which leaving group leave the alkyl and it form the carbocation. Nucleophile attack in next step, which is not the rate determining step, so it is independent to the concentration of nucleophile. So quantity wise SN1 do not depend, but if we see that SN2 simultaneously nucleophile attack from backside, only it is one step reaction, so rate of SN2 is directly proportional to the concentration of nucleophile. For SN2, let us see rate of SN2 is directly proportional to the concentration of nucleophile, but here it is independent to the concentration of nucleophile. One more, quality. Which type of quality it is required in SN2 and which type of quality it is required in SN1? I think like this. If you see that quality wise, if you see in SN2, here it is the strong nucleophile, strongness better the nucleophile. Driving force in SN2, it is the nucleophilicity of nucleophile. So good nucleophile, better nucleophile, strong nucleophile favors, that is in case of SN2, strong nucleophile favors SN2. In case of SN1, if nucleophile is strong, in that case it is difficult to attain to get the carbocation. It start the backside attack when it reaction proceed. This is SN1. Formation of carbocation is the RDS. This is the carbocation. Before that only, when leaving group it leave, it is nucleophile start the backside attack before formation of carbocation and reaction converted to SN2. So strong nucleophile will not favor SN1. Strong nucleophile SN1 को फेवर नहीं करेगा, क्योंकि वो रिएक्शन को SN1 को कहाँ ले जाएगा, सीधे कार्बोकेटाइन बनने ही नहीं देगा, उससे पहले ही बैक साइड अटैक करके रिएक्शन को SN2 में कन्वर्ट कर देगा. It means we require the weak nucleophile so that easily carbocation formation takes place. Weak nucleophile favors SN1. अब आते हैं बात क्वालिटी वाइज वीक न्यूक्लियोफाइल, क्वालिटी वाइज स्ट्रॉन्ग न्यूक्लियोफाइल फेवर्स SN2 and quantity wise concentration, that is it is independent to the concentration of nucleophile and it depends on concentration of nucleophile. So come to the next, this how we can get it that this nucleophile is stronger, which is weak nucleophile. In general we can say that lone pair containing atom, lone pair containing, that is neutral lone pair containing, they are as a weak nucleophile. Negative charge containing nucleophile relatively they are stronger nucleophile, but nucleophilicity also depend on other factors like solvent. It also affected by solvent. So let us see, that is nucleophile, weak nucleophile like HOH, it is weak nucleophile. ROH alcohol, it is also weak nucleophile. So generally, in general we can say that is nucleophile having the lone pair and neutral with complete octet, they are relatively weak nucleophiles. So come to the next. Again we see that how the nucleophilicity is affected by solvent. So we will discuss these both the points, nucleophile and solvent, in our next part, that effect of solvent, how the solvent affect the SN1 and SN2. See, before that we are supposed to discuss the effect of solvent. We must see the solvents, what kind of solvents are present. Solvent itself we have divided into two categories. One, it is non-polar solvent, another one, it is polar solvent. In this polar solvent, again it is divided into two parts. One is polar aprotic solvent. Polar, first you can say polar protic solvent, PPS, polar protic solvent. Another, it is polar aprotic solvent. Polar aprotic solvent. Non-polar solvent, the solvent in which dipole moment it is zero, it is non-polar solvent. Polar solvent, the solvent which have dipole moment, that is dipole moment it is not zero, that is polar solvent. Again we have divided these polar solvent into two categories. One, it is polar protic, another it is polar aprotic solvent. Polar protic solvent, in that case, solvent in which H is directly attached with more electronegative atom, that is solvent in which H is directly attached with more electronegative atom. H is directly attached with more electronegative atom. In polar aprotic solvent, the solvent in which H is not directly attached with more electronegative atom. H is not directly attached with more electronegative atom. If it is directly attached, in this case, it is not directly attached with more electronegative atom. So more electronegative atom, whenever it is concerned with more electronegative atom, that is more electronegative atom, either F or O or N. A solvent in which H is directly attached with either F or O or N, this kind of solvent are known as polar protic solvent. On the other hand, the solvent in which H is not directly attached with more electronegative atom, it is known as polar aprotic solvent. Are you getting or not? Come to the next. Let us see next the examples of non-polar solvent, that is CCl4, benzene, like that. Example of polar protic solvent, that is examples of polar protic solvent. in which H is directly attached with more electronegative atom. Here it is H2O, alcohol, phenol, in which all it is acetic acid, formic acid, liquid ammonia, HF, liquid ammonia, etc. You can see in all cases, in all of these examples, H is directly attached with more electronegative atom. That is, either it is oxygen or it is fluorine or nitrogen. So they are polar protic solvent. Examples of polar aprotic solvent where H is not directly attached with more electronegative atoms. Examples of polar aprotic solvent. Here it is dimethyl formamide, DMF. This is the formamide, NH2. H is replaced by CS3. This is DMF. In this case, H is not directly attached with more electronegative atom. This is dimethyl formamide. Dimethyl acetamide, DMA. Dimethyl acetamide, CS3. This is acetamide, NH2. H it is replaced by CS3. Again another H it is replaced by CS3. This is dimethyl acetamide, DMA. This is dimethyl formamide. Dimethyl formamide. Dimethyl acetamide. Example number 3, DMSO. Dimethyl sulfoxide. This is dimethyl sulfoxide. Ether and cyclic ether, that is crown ether. Ether and crown ether. Crown ether, it is nothing, it is cyclic ether. Ether and crown ether. ROR ether, that is THF. This is cyclic ether. Tetrahydrofuran, that is cyclic ether. This is ether, dialkyl ether, crown ether. Crown 4 ether, 12 crown, total cyclic atoms, that is 12, crown 4 ether. So these are the solvent, that is polar aprotic solvent. Next, how they affect the SN1 and SN2. So we see the effect of solvent over SN1 and SN2. That is for SN1. Actually, polar protic solvent, they solvate the cation as well as anion. That is, polar protic solvent solvate the cation and anion, because both part it is present. Suppose it is HOH, in which del negative it is there, del positive also it is effective. It can solvate the polar protic solvent, PPS. Polar protic solvent can solvate cation and as well as anion. Cation as well as anion. So in our SN1, the TS, transition state of RDS, has the characteristics of cation as well as anion. If you see that TS1, suppose this is the leaving group, this is TS1, del negative, del positive, and this is very much close to unit charges, because the energy of this TS, this is TS1, bond breaking takes place in SN1. This is the TS actually. This is very much close to anion and cation. Close the energy of transition state, close the energy with carbocation. So it has more characteristics of carbocation as well as anion. Ionic part. So this is ionic TS. And this ionic TS, it is stabilized by polar protic solvent easily, because cation is solvate the leaving group and anion part solvate the cation. Both ion, both charges are solvated. So the potential energy of TS decreases, activation energy decreases, rate of reaction decreases. One point, it solvate the cation as well as anion, that is TS. TS has the both charge, so it decreases. Another one, it is factor. When it solvate, it releases the solvation energy, and this is the solvation energy is the driving force in SN1. More solvation energy. So driving force also we are getting from solvation. So this polar protic solvent, it releases more solvation energy, because both the charges they are solvated, and the solvation energy, it converts the reactant into intermediate, and this is the driving force. Again, if we see, it also solvate, that is nucleophile. Whatever it also solvate the nucleophile. So it decreases the nucleophilicity. It also solvate the incoming nucleophile. So it decreases the nucleophilicity, and we require the weak nucleophile, so that backside attack should not be there. in SN1. So it also solvates the nucleophile. That is why it favors SN1. When it solvates the nucleophile, nucleophilicity of nucleophile decreases, backside attack decreases, SN1 means formation of carbocation increases, SN1 increases. Come to the next, for SN2. Here it is, it solvates only and only cation, not anion part. It solvates only cation part, not anion, because here it is not H which attached with more electronegative atom like DMSO. H is not directly attached with more electronegative atom, that is why no del positive on H. It cannot solvate anion. But there it is effective del negative charge, it is present, not del positive. It is the bigger or the larger size of sulfur, it dispersed and plus site is there. So positive charge in polar aprotic solvent dispersed. Polar aprotic solvent molecule has the del negative effective del negative. So it repels the nucleophile. It increases the nucleophilicity. Nucleophilicity of nucleophile increases, which is the driving force again. It repels the nucleophile because it has the del negative charge. So it repels the nucleophile. Due to repulsion, nucleophilicity of nucleophile increases, backside attack increases, means which is required in SN2. Strong nucleophile it is required. That is why this favors the polar aprotic solvent, favors SN2. Polar aprotic solvent favors SN2. Polar aprotic solvent favors SN2 and polar aprotic solvent favors SN1. Next we will continue next lecture. Now factors are over. Okay, thank you students. Have a nice day.